Good morning, social media. This is Bliss Green, NMLS 116122. I just wanted to talk with you this morning about choosing a lender. Thank you for being with me today. So I often get asked by first-time buyers and or repeat buyers, what can you offer me, Bliss? And so I love answering that question, but I often think, man, I wish I could have been the first person to talk to them or talk to this person before they even started their process, because it's never really necessary to have multiple lenders pulling your credit unless for some reason the situation goes awry and you need to start over. But before you actually start your loan process, there are a couple of things you need to know as a borrower. One is, what do you need? And one lender can identify what it is you actually qualify for and what it is you actually need. All the other lenders can just let you know what price and cost, or price meaning rate and cost meaning fees, you can get at their bank or institution. And so the idea is to know where your credit is. If you have a very clear understanding of your credit and you are over on a consumer credit, like if you go online and pull your credit from creditreport.com or something like that, if your credit scores are over 700, you probably are going to qualify for almost any loan program that's out there. We'll say if your credit scores are over 740, then credit is no concern for you. If your credit scores are not that high on consumer credit, then you may or may not qualify for the loan program that you desire and for the rate that you necessarily are expecting. So for you, if your credit scores are under a 740, 720, then you definitely are going to need a lender, a mortgage lender, to tell you exactly what your credit scores are. So I wanted to just discuss with you today, know your credit when choosing a lender. Know, kind of how much you think that you can afford. If you don't know, get the one lender to tell you and work the plan of action from there. Every other conversation with the lender is, this is what I need. What can you do for me? And then they don't have to pull your credit and go through all of these other things. I don't ever have to pull somebody's credit to let them know what I can do for them based on the parameters. But I do need to know exactly what score you have, and I'm expecting you to know what that is so that it's not going to be a surprise when I do pull your credit. But I can give you a rate quote and an estimated costs and fees so that you have something to compare to the other people that you're talking to. Once you talk to a couple of people, what you're actually comparing is the rate, the APR. That's very important. You need an estimated APR if you're looking at written comparisons, but if you're not looking at written comparisons and you're getting verbals, the interest rate, what that payment's going to be at that particular loan amount, and then you need to know what the actual costs are. And what we're really talking about are lender costs, because third-party costs, escrow costs, you're going to have to pay that whether you pay cash for the property or you borrowed money or not. But you're really concerned, what is the lender actually charging you? So be very cognizant, very conscious of those particular things when you're looking to choose a lender and you're making comparisons, because you want to make sure you're making an apples to apples comparison. Some lenders put the majority of their expense in the rate, right? So their rates are higher, but they've got really low costs. So that looks attractive to you, but the APR is representative of what it actually is going to cost you over the lifetime of the loan. Some lenders have really low rates, but they have really high fees and costs. So you have to look at what the best scenario is for you throughout each dynamic of the loan, especially when you're looking for apples to apples. So that APR is a really good indication when you're looking at the written scenarios and trying to compare them. You're usually not going to get the truth in lending, or now we call it a loan estimate in our world, until after credit has been pulled and loans have actually been disclosed. So if you are trying to get that true apples to apples, then maybe you'll have to have your best two choices, both of them pull your credit. My recommendation is to have them both do it on the same day, so it has less impact to your actual actual credit score. So just be prepared. That's the moral of this public service announcement today when choosing a lender. Know what you need. If you need down payment assistance, then you should not be talking to a lender that doesn't have a down payment assistance program for you. If you have 20% to put down, over 700 credit scores, then the name of your game is what low rate can you give me and what low costs can you give me? If that is not your scenario, then that's not your game. It's, can you qualify me? So you need to know exactly where you are. It only takes one lender, effective lender, to be able to tell you that. And then your other conversations are, can somebody do something different or can somebody do something better? But you have to be armed with that information. And when you talk to the second lender, lead with what you know. That's out of respect to us as professionals. We don't need to pull your credit and waste your time. If you already know what you need, just tell us and we'll let you know if we can beat it. We'll let you know if we can't. So just lead with what you know, what the previous lender has already told you. Let us match that for you or beat that for you, and then make your decision on, who you feel is going to have your best interest at heart as far as a trusted working relationship with the professional that you're dealing with and the numbers that they can provide. So this is a little public service announcement when choosing a lender. Of course, I'm always going to be your best lender of choice. My name again is Bliss Green, NMLS 116122. You can find me online. Lending Bliss is my brand. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and Instagram. And I'm looking forward to lending and helping you with your mortgage needs in 50 states. Thank you for being with me today.